So we are bringing you an ice wind mirror match. Hold on to your seats, everyone. I'm joking. No, it's going to be great fun.
Yeah, it's great. It was hard. I did miss you, Fish. I was lost. I was lost without you. I could. The scoreboard was all over the place. It was
I can't
nil,
keep
nil.
up with it myself.
So it looks like we've got Alex on the left, Reese on the right. I think we're about to play a game of who sees Zidane first. Reese going with the poker dice, going for the high roll.
Beaten by 1. That's what you get for using Vegas dice, I guess.
That's what you
So, who's your bet on who's going to get the Zidane first?
Well, let's look at opening hands. I think Alex has got a Zidane in his opening hand, but I think he's got no backups. He's got a Thomas, he's got a Jacobo.
Can't see what.
He's got an Alexander. Yeah, he's got a Pavlov. He's got one backup, but it's Pavlov.
Just for everyone watching, I did a full-on physical lean to try and see if I could see Reese's hand. We'll ignore that fact.
How'd it go for you?
It worked brilliantly.
Mrs. Reese back in chat, giving love for her husband. So I feel like we just go Pavlov and then
reactivate off the Atmos trigger for what it's worth. Early days.
I feel like if he had any card other than Jacobo, he maybe just plays the Zidane there. There's a bit of a waste to go to do 2 casts and then not use that. I think what Alex would really wanted to have seen would have been like a second.
Yeah, you feel like you could have stripped some really good stuff straight off the bat.
Because it doesn't matter if you're empty-handed, because your hand starts filling up with the cards from Reese's deck. Like you're playing the mirror. Like you're playing the mirror, so like you know you're gonna be ripping cards that are gonna be helping you out. So.
Well, we've already got Steve D with us, hey bro.
Hey Steve, good to have you with us. Thanks for joining the chat.
And yes, sussy indeed.
Very sus. I think just win dice, playing win dice and fun around is just sus. That is sus shenanigans. Okay, so North Stalin, we're getting out here. I wonder if he's already got some form of ICP, if he's got the you can handle something. So he's passing here, so okay, so nice little draw, but you're going to play the Althea. The problem is it's just going to untap 1. Doesn't really make you any.
Yeah, he's never. I feel like you're right.
Yeah.
You play that Zidane turn.
I completely agree with Steve. Literally before the game started, I said this is a game of who gets Zidane down first, and I think Zidane Jacobo Zidane is so strong again.
And when you know you've got Lulu in your back pocket at any time, even you could pull your opponent's Lulu and you'd be sitting pretty anyway. So
because you're getting draws off the Jacobo, and you're getting all these cards out of Reese's hand. And if you can rip Reese's Zidane before he gets there, then you're laughing. Okay.
Pretty subdued though from both.
Neither of them got any sort of ice CP online yet. I know they're both running quite classically low ice numbers, as wind ice decks normally are, quite heavy on the wind.
I suppose it feels like it's quite strange for Reese not to go for the Uke early as well, I suppose, off of the Nostalin, but I guess he figures having the Althea early is his best bet. But
Steve giving me absolute PTSD, bringing up Mion in the chat. None of that, mate. None of that.
Will you? None of it.
We'll not have that. Don't taint our chat with words such as Mion. Glad to see the back of that card. Yeah, can you imagine if Mion and Zidane were just...
It's bad enough Zidane exists. That already gives me PTSD.
Yeah, this is nice. Getting the lockdown, breaking that Atomos, trying to get him back ahead. I feel like you don't freeze. You're just trying to get yourself...
You've got to think that not playing the turn when Zidane is really hurting Alex.
Yeah,
here.
and I think... And he's now missed the boat for it, right? Because if he tries to... He can't... He's got not enough cards in hand to try and get a 3 card for them. And even if he does, there's now a lock stone in there in the way, so he can't even get the attack in.
Yeah,
and then he just passes.
Yeah.
So having hands.
But then again, we have also seen how quickly that this matchup can turn on its head.
I think
we've also seen Reese bully everyone with lock tonight, so there's also that.
Yeah, I think a Sid Hayes or something would be good, but I think it's a bit Okay, I think you want to get some ice back up online, so now you can play your Sid.
Oh, just stop it. Just behave.
Absolutely.
Now, how badly are you wishing you got to play that Sedan right now if you're Alex? Like,
I know. Yeah. Alrighty. Looks like Alex has got a Sid Hayes of his own here, but he's got no ICP. He hasn't drawn any ICP off the top. He's got a Typhon Lulu. I feel like now is your window. You got to try and get Zidane down now.
the problem the Althea is up. I mean, it's not going to be easy to get rid of, no matter what Alex tries here. And with obviously knowing that Sid is in his hand, that's coming down even cheaper.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to try and get your own Zidane down there. Especially, I don't know if he's got any backups in his hand. I know he's got the Typhon, he's got the Lulu, he's got a Sid Hayes, he's got a Zidane, and I think he's got a Chocobo Summon. So you want to try and keep up on value because Reese has got an extra backup and he's got the Everett giving him more value as well. So
it feels like, since he's so limited on his backups as well, the loss of that Atmos from early is almost crippling.
Yeah. So I feel like you've got to hopefully try and see a Zidane turn now.
Yeah, okay, trying off the Lulu effect, force the Althea perhaps?
How's he casted that side? He's tapped Althea, but yeah, he's tapped Althea. I don't know why though, because two cards in hand for Reese.
And we know one is Sid.
Yeah, one is Sid. Yeah, so I think maybe I feel like you have the Alex. I think he's trying to hold out to see if he can do the Alexander, and I think it's worked out that he's not going to be able to get it as a fourth cost. So
he's trying to get the lock. I think we see the Althea play here.
Force the Althea out, which you don't mind if you Reese, because you're going to be playing Sid Hayes next turn, and then you can go Althea, Sid Hayes, and then pay 2 for lock, and the Althea and the Everett will let you put it on curve. It's just
now we're seeing a Sedan.
Okay, so nice getting some removal, but I think nice cards to hit, but yes,
I'm speechless, fully speechless.
Zidane for Zidane.
But does it really matter? We know we're seeing Althea come down, probably playing the Sid Hayes, play the lock again, and Alex Zidane is probably never going to attack again.
Yeah, I think I believe Alex, as nice hits as those two summons are, I think you're probably hoping you can see him back up there. So Sid Hayes coming down, Everett untapping. I feel like he's going to play the Althea, untap one.
Needs the ICP for lock, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But
so using the reduced cost on the Althea.
I suppose the wariness you've got now is obviously with the Zidane pulls that Alex managed to get. Obviously, he does have the Dryad. Yeah,
I think if Reese could have done this the other way around, I think he wouldn't have had to discard a card for the lock. So he went Sid Hayes, Althea, and then lock, getting the reduction. But I think if he'd played Althea and then untapped, he would have discarded one. If he played, I guess it's the same. I guess it is the same.
It is late on a Thursday night to be trying to do math there, Jacko.
Oh no, it's been a long day at work. I don't know why I put myself through that pain. This is why I don't play Wind Dice, man.
Oh, mate, it's too much. Again, I'm still voting for us getting an actual counter we can see on screen. I know we can counter ourselves as adults, but...
So, third cast, Luso. Just get the draw.
Yeah, so he's going to cast the Dryad, take out the Sid. It had to be done, I think, if he wants to keep the Sedan attacking.
Yep, absolutely. And at this point, Alex needs the Zidane to be attacking because he needs to get... but the thing is, by doing that as well, it's not just that he stops the Sid Hayes, but also now if Reese wants to play lock, he's only going to get Del Freeze effects. There's nothing to discard. There's no monsters to break. So it's not too bad. I think it's as good as it can get for Alex with regards to the things have been going.
Thank you, Steve. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I think for those who weren't here earlier, shout out to Paul, who's put in a lot of hard work. There's some sick transition animations. Hopefully you guys have been seeing that as you've been going through.
They even gave us nameplates.
They even gave us nameplates. I wouldn't have given myself a nameplate.
No, I wouldn't have thought of that. And again, for you guys at home who can't want to watch the stream, we'll be chopping up into chunks for rounds, chucking up on YouTube, so you'll get to see this again if you want to.
Tell all your friends, spread the news, going onto YouTube. Drip feeding these games until we're back. And you know what? We do it all again next week.
Oh yeah, baby.
So that's the plan. We're hoping to try and keep this going. Try and keep it going once every week. I think.
Who could ask for more than Final Fantasy Fight Night?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so this is nice. So using the Chocobo, he's drawn an ice card. No. I can see a sly smile on Alex's face there. I was about to say this is really nice because now he gets a Zidane and he can still attack with Zidane because he has done the power reduction on the lock, except for if you draw an ice card.
Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, though.
Yeah, as Paul McAvoy would say. Not enough main character energy.
Yeah, skill issue when you don't draw the best things,
Yeah.
But
okay,
you've got to think at this point, if he sees his own Sid Haze though, then we could see some explosive plays. He'll have a few cards in hand,
and he has got the ice backup down now. He can play the Sid Haze on curve. Let's see what response Reese has here. I still think. I feel like if you're Reese, you're in the strong. I feel like I'm in the slightly stronger position if I'm Reese. Just because you've got the extra value on that Evray, you've got the Althea down and online. You know that Zidane's in hand, so you kind of want to leave something up as a blocker. Offer up the trade with the Lulu reductions. Okay, so it's going to go with the. That's a nice thing to hit because you don't want Chocobo Zidane next turn would have been pretty tasty.
Was that the third Chocobo for Zidane? For Alex,
I don't think it is because I think one of the Chocobos he casted was stolen off Reese.
No, I'm pretty sure he discarded.
Oh, did he?
I think he may have discarded.
He definitely had one in his opening hand. It's definitely at the very least it's his second one. He did steal one off Reese. So Simple Lina coming down and getting back at Sid Haze. That card is going to be really crucial as this game continues to unfold. Using the Everett to untap the Althea just so you got something up your sleeve. So Alex has got ways of getting his cast count up with the Chocobo that he's just drawn.
Here we go.
I think he wants to be sitting in Sid Haze here. I mean, Azana's not bad.
But, I mean, you've seen a lot of Chocobos. I suppose you can go digging for the one cost one again.
I think we've only seen one or two of that one cost Chocobo, so you can do stuff with that.
Might think that might be Alex's first on that.
Yeah. So I wonder. The problem with this Yeek is he kind of wants to be able to like play the Azana and then play the Zidane by discarding from hand, but the card you want to get rid of is the Uke, and you can't because you kind of blocked that CP for you. So Ash, this is cast number 2, so it's just going to bin the Azana, get the Zidane.
Here we go. What we
Grip's ain't good.
And Alexander.
That's not bad. It would be his 4th cast as well. So if he's, but the thing is he can't cast it.
Chocobo Sam. Yeah.
He can't cast it because I think the last card in his hand is the Uke, like we said. So
yeah.
Can't Uke coming back and causing him all sorts of havoc. Nice. It's X-Burst.
But Cad and
only
his
one
2
target.
summons, yeah.
Only one target. Only one target, he says. It's freaking Lulu.
Yeah.
So irrelevant as only one target. Doesn't matter if it's a sick target.
I now have access to all of my summons. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so Ash get the draw. So 2 in hand. I think Reese is got 2 drawing up as well. I still think I'm slightly happy if I'm Reese. You've got that extra backup. You've got 4 in hand to play with now.
You've got to think though that Alex is very close to being able to go off here with those extra cards hit off the top of Reese's deck.
Yeah. Still no Zidane's for Reese. Obviously, he lost that one to damage. We're going to probably see the Sid Hayes coming down here, so I wonder what he's got to combo off with it. So we know he's got the Lulu, so probably see maybe a 1 CP Lulu here. And then targets wise, he's now got that 2 CP Chocobo back in his break zone after Alex very kindly gave it back to him, having cast it earlier. So,
and you've got maybe think that Lock might be the target for that if he goes that route.
Yeah, I think you get the Chocobo, or you can get the Dryad and have it up your sleeve if Alex tries to play his own Sid Hayes to get himself back in the game. So how long I'll think about this? He's got a few options. He's got the Azura as another target. Luso already on board. I don't think he's got a Zidane in break zone, but I can't remember.
Real edge of your seat stuff here, folks.
As wind ice mirrors normally are.
Yeah. Lulu, as you said. So what's he go for here? I think he's going to go the Chocobo.
I think the Chocobo is a good Chocobo because you've got the pieces you want on board. You got the lock and stuff. So being able to.
And he's yet to use Evray.
He's yet to use Evray, so you can easily you can easily do a Chocobo on the lock. So Chocobo now. I think he's targeting the lock. So Alex having a think here. I don't think he's got an answer though, because he's got Yuke and Lulu as his 2 cards in hand. I guess he could cast Alexander, but you'd have, I don't think it's worth it. So, okay, I did the Luso. So that is his 3rd cast.
I'm glad you're keeping track of this. Again, Wind, you could just tell me you've played some cards and I'll just...
I'm pretty sure that's his 3rd cast. He's gone Sid Hayes, Lulu, Chocobo. Plays 1 for the Luso, gets the draw. Okay, he's got Alexander.
So it's going to be a 2 draw. I think. Yeah.
So that's 4. So you can go Luso 5, Althea bounce, play Althea again 6, play Luso 7. So it's quite easy to do here. He's going to use the Azura though to activate his backups. 5k reduction on the Lulu, irrelevant right now. Melvian just for icing on the cake, I feel at this point. Really just hammering home his advantage, really making it difficult that if he is going to, for Alex to come back from what is going to be an inevitable 7 cast Luso.
This is where he pulls the wool over our eyes and gives us the old Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope, and it'll be great.
Yeah. Okay. They all die. I draw a card. I've now got. So I don't think he has any attackers this turn.
No, the lock can go in.
No, no. Sorry, I thought he was going to Chocobo the lock, but he didn't. He Chocobo the Luso, so the lock can go in. Right. It's Sid Hayes, but the thing is, Reese's Sid Hayes has gone off now, so Alex has nothing to play with. You might as well have nothing on board. And
when your backups are down, like what? Did he get rid of the Uke in hand?
No, he's still got Uke in hand.
So he can still play the Sid Hayes.
He can still play the Sid Hayes. He's got a Lulu as well. Can he do enough with the Sid Hayes Lulu? I don't know. Summons wise, I don't think he's got enough in there. He has drawn a Luso, but I still don't think he's got enough. If he's got an Azura, he can go Sid Hayes, Lulu, Azura. But the problem is you're having to discard to pay for every one of those, because you got to discard 2 for the Sid Hayes, 1 for the Lulu, and 1 for the Azura. So it just doesn't give you enough stuff to continue that train. Yeah, Steve's saying he's one of the Realm Icewind. I saw a few different Icewind lists there. Yourself running the Realm, I knew a few others running just I think Jackie was on the list without the Realm. It's cool to see that deck. I think that the 2 deck format helps massively for Icewind, I think. That also wasn't I wasn't surprised to see the deck doing well there. I think the deck is still in quite a good place. Interesting, you think, Melvin's OP. I think Melvin's gone through waves of people really liking it, people cutting it, and
It's almost like another renaissance of the Melvin. It's
yeah.
I was never a big fan when I was trying out the wind dice, but I can see its merits, especially when you're ahead like this and you're just getting ultimate value off it.
I was a fan, but that's because I had a full out one, so I had to pick one.
Of course you were. Are you trying to offload that one as well?
Yeah, well, I don't really play in wind dice. Really. Yeah, I'm actually just using the stream as a self-plug for my new online store that I'm going to be building up.
Not actually happening, guys.
Not happening, don't get your hopes up.
Signed by an ex-British champ, just saying.
Oof, ouch, that hurts. Cool. Well, this is the problem when we play Icewind Mirrors, is it just ends up me and you just chatting rubbish on stream while people just
I'm not going to lie, I think all we've done is chat, all night, so it's fine.
Good, I like how you censored yourself there as well. Right, I think we're going to struggle to come back from this. I think you've got Alex, he's managed to get 3 casts off, but he's just he's having to double freeze forwards to keep himself in the game, and he's only got 1 hard in hand. So yeah.
And when you're still drawing your backups this late into the game, you're on the back foot.
I think if Reece just needs to get a 3 cast turn, which is pretty doable with Althea on board and a bunch of cards in hand.
Let's see Reese's Zidane, come on.
Yeah, game reduction.
Atmos,
Atmos isn't great to see now because it's not going to be your.
But he's going to take it.
He's going to take it. I don't think it's a bad shout because you are at damage 3, but it is your second cast, so you don't get the reactivation.
No.
Which I think Reece paused for a second as he realised that, but I think it's not.
I mean,
it's not wrong. I think to take it.
Securing you a little bit of an advantage isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with Alex having none of his monsters on board after Locke coming down and getting rid of that Atomos right at the start of the game.
Yeah, get back to Locke.
A resigned wave of the hand from Alex, 1 card in hand, can't really respond any sort of way.
It's alright, bro, I feel you.
Yeah. So I'll probably see the Althea come down, activate. I don't think we've used Every yet.
Here comes the Locke.
I wonder what else he's got in hand. If he's finally drawn a Zidane's really nice right now.
Get the Atmos out. First third cast. Let's just
play Locke.
Now the Locke for 2.
Yeah, discard your last card. Delve freeze your 2 things. Go to attack phase.
Let's go swinging.
Sid Hayes at Delve freeze your 2 things.
Did anyone say swing party?
Yeah. So even with the Locke coming down this turn, he's not going to be able to threaten lethal because he's only got 3 attackers. But Alex has got no cards in hand and 1 backup spell next turn.
You gotta think
this is probably Alex
gets a draw. Oh, there's those cards in hand. No, there goes the other Chocobo. That's the 3rd.
Yeah,
and
good point.
No
Good point, Steve. Althea could have just reactivated the Melvin to swing for lethal. I think Reese's brain is programmed to be too efficient. He must do the most efficient CP plays.
He's been on the math train all night,
that's
folks.
Why that's why I'm assuming that's why I went down that route. I've definitely been guilty of that. I once missed lethal against someone with 1 CP lightning.
So Peppermint, we're on round 5 of 5. So this is literally top table now to decide who takes it all. And sadly, it looks like Reece might be running. Well, I say sadly.
Not sadly for Peppermint, because
No.
I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
Yeah, but Reece looks like he's running away with this. Sadly for Alex.
Sadly for Alex.
Doesn't look like there's going to be much he can do here. Oh, he's going to try Zidane once more.
It's Alexander. He's going to cast Alexander, see what he can get. Do a reduction. Lots of hand waving. He's drawn maybe a lock.
There's no way to play it.
Yep. Gonna get a couple of Delve freezes.
It just almost it seems like a futile, forlorn hope, so to speak.
Yep. So yeah, I think Alex. Trying to look back, I think differently. I think the Zidane at the start. I think getting it down earlier. I think would have been.
I think he would have taken that lock off of the table straight away.
Yeah.
It's okay, Peppermint. We understand your biasness. It's all right. We're trying to be impartial, but it does feel a little one-sided at this point. You just feel like he's, for Alex to possibly hope that Reese doesn't cast 3.
It's just
there's so much value going on right now.
Yeah. And like all good win players, Reese is making him suffer by making him watch him do all these casts, knowing lethal is inbound.
Yeah,
and he's going to do it with his
And it's with a Zidane. The card we said that someone should have played early, but there we go.
Misplay. Azura shouldn't have got damage. That should have been stolen by Zidane.